Welcome back everybody to another video here on the channel today, and today we're checking out a Halo 3 custom mission called Kill Billus. Now this map and custom mission is actually created by Scorley. We've checked out his stuff before on the channel. Basically our objective is to kill Billus. He's basically a brute chieftain that is raining terror on UNSC forces in this canyon. So, as Master Chief, we are sent to go ahead and kill him as his brutes are all celebrating Billus and his massive reign against the UNSC. Now, starting off this mission, it is pretty impressive how custom and yet natural looking the mission looks. First off, you start in this section where you kind of have this little introduction part where you kind of go on the side of this canyon and kind of parkour and make your way up to actually fighting the Covenant forces above you. And once you actually get up there, it is grunts and a group of brutes as well that are just unaware of your presence. So it was pretty easy to take these guys down. Pretty simple and easy there. And then here is the group of brutes with some grunts as well in this little fighting section. I will say, all the sections do honestly feel like a natural Bungie-made campaign mission, honestly. Very, very honest right there. It does feel very natural fighting, not forced or fake. It feels very nice, honestly. Now these missions do have obviously some Halo 3 music that is featured in it as well, which is pretty nice, and that's also kind of a touch that makes it feel like an actual mission from Halo 3. Continuing on through the mission here, we're fighting the rest of the brutes and jackals and grunts in this section of the mission. Pretty simple, easy area. Not a very hard task to take those folks out. These little fobs or these little bases are pretty common in this mission. You see them quite a bit. As you can see here, here's another one, but except for this is a 2-story one. The last one that we were just at is actually only a 1-story building, which was pretty cool. They also have an armory as well, so if you run low on ammo and you're not using skulls like I should have been, you got a bunch of ammo here for you, although it might not be for weapons that you would like. A lot of them ended up just having ARs or SMGs. Not a lot of them had like BRs here like this one, or shotguns. That I personally like using is a BR and a shotgun. Continuing on through the mission here, we basically get to this section where we have to fight some brute choppers. And they go down pretty easily. They don't really have a big section to be driving at, so it honestly was pretty simple taking them out. It wasn't very difficult for me to take them out at all. This section with the chopper, though, is definitely a touch that, again, makes it feel like a Halo 3 mission, using some vehicles. He's got pretty much everything, every aspect that you would want in a Halo campaign mission, all compacted into one great boss fighting mission. Moving on, we are at another UNSC base. Kind of a little surprise here. The Covenant don't know we're here yet. So we continue fighting them through here. And again, it's just brutes and grunts that we encounter in this section as well. There was no elites or anything like that. Obviously, this is a brute-based mission. So you're usually only going to get brutes, jackals. This next section is honestly one of the scenic parts of this mission. You fight literally kind of in this whole area. And it's honestly a really cool area to be fighting at. Again, like these honestly feel like natural made missions and areas as well. It really feels really good. He did a splendid job. Scorley usually knocks it out of the park with each of his missions. Moving on, we got another section here with some bridges and some jump pack brutes, which they were a lot of fun to fight. I do always enjoy fighting these guys, although they can be a little bit annoying, but they were pretty easy to take out in this section. Moving on, we finally got some heavy weaponry, and then we're ambushed by a group of stealth brutes. Now this was also kind of a fun little section to fight these guys, as you don't really see these guys that much, in custom missions at least. Scorley usually has them in his missions, so usually finds a way to implement them in, and he did here for Kill Billus. Very, very cool. I like fighting the stealth brutes. They're just a very cool enemy to fight against, and honestly not that hard to fight either. This one comes flying at me there, berserking, and I just sent them into the wall. Now this next section, we actually find some UNSC survivors, some Marines that are still alive at this base. We free them, and then they fight for us. This next section really reminds me of a mission, not a mission, but a a multiplayer map from Halo CE. I don't remember what it's called. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section down below. But this section really reminds me, I don't even know if it's a modded map or if it is a actual map. But this section kind of reminds me of that. Now the way cutscenes work in these missions is you basically open a door, and then you get a little cutscene. We have some more stealth brutes, but I ended up just using the rocket launcher on them. So I just skipped past that. This next section is pretty cool, pretty well made as well. We got 2 hunters up there using the rocket launcher to take care of them. I thought that my efficiency there was very rare. Very rarely do you see me, Icy Vice, taking brutes or hunters or whatever out swiftly like that. So that is a rare sight coming from me. Rare W there from Icy Vice. Again, another open door sequence. It does actually open a door, by the way, to proceed through the rest of the mission. As you can see in these cutscenes, it just shows you where to go, essentially. Small little fight here against some jump pack brutes and some ground forces as well with some brutes. And I believe there's some grunts and jackals as well. Pretty easy to take out. Not too difficult. Playing this mission, by the way, on normal difficulty. I thought I would mention that. After you get out of that little base, you move outside once again in another kind of canyon area with some UNSC Marines that are still alive out here as well. These guys actually stuck it out a lot longer than what I thought. I thought they were going to die a lot sooner and quicker, but they ended up surviving for quite a while in this mission, which was very helpful, honestly. After that section, we move on to basically halfway through the mission, almost 3/4 of the way here to fight Billus. We got just this another small little fighting section against a group or a little patrol of Covenant forces, jackals, brutes, and grunts. Pretty easy little section here as well. Not too difficult as well. Next section, here we are. We have officially made it to the boss fight. Kill Billus is now our objective. And there he is. That is Billus. That is essentially just a chieftain, but buffed. So he is pretty freaking strong, I will say. He is pretty freaking strong. Although, since it's a chieftain, there's ways around it to fighting chieftains. You gotta kill his guards first. He has like a wave come out after you before you actually fight Billus. Essentially, Billus is just at the top, just kind of watching and waiting for you to essentially just wipe the floor with his first group of enemies. Which, like I said, they just got wiped. They were pretty easy. It's just your atypical grunts and brutes as well fighting against you. Pretty easy to take down. Although those brutes right there with the grenade launchers right there, those are kind of scary brutes. But overall, not a very hard section here as well. Now there is a second group that spawns. They come out this door, 2 hunters, and I believe there's some jackals and brutes as well that come out as well. Throwing down the regen shield there to fight against these hunters. Miss me, bitch. And then, yeah, we just got 3 jackals here to fight off. And then there is a group as well that spawned downstairs. Easy to kill them, kind of wipe the floor with them, and then we got some stealth brutes and some jump pack brutes to fight. That was honestly pretty fun to fight them both together at the same time. Pretty interesting little fight there. In classic Icy Vice form, wiping the floor. And now we fight Billus. The man we've been looking for throughout this entire mission has now arrived with some guards as well that come out with Billus. Now again, like I said, it is essentially a brute chieftain with just a lot higher health pool and shield pool. I gotta say, with the addition of the classic Halo 3 music, this fight was actually quite a bit of fun. Now he's got like a Spartan shield, which was kind of cool to fight against that as well. But we do kind of wipe the floor with Billus. Unfortunately, he was not that difficult to fight. As you can see, there is some bugs with this custom mission. Some little sections here where he kind of struggles to move around. But overall, I gotta say, the fight against this guy and overall the whole mission was a lot of fun to play. Great mission by Scorley. You knocked it out of the park once again, my friend. As per usual, he never usually disappoints. I would rate this mission a solid 9.2 out of 10. Very good mission, and Billus is folded. And now we celebrate with a teabag. My name is Icy Vice, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.